The second strategy here is going to be something that I call the program roadmap. And you could just call it the roadmap as well here. And this is another simple concept, yet most people don't do it. So a roadmap is exactly that. It tells you what each client should be doing at every single step of the process, from when they start working with you to when they, quote unquote, have seen their success. They've seen their results. And if you're maybe running some kind of recurring offer where you don't ever stop working with your clients, then even just having like some kind of roadmap of what they should do from when they get there for the next 30 days, 60 days, 90 days is critical to managing more clients. And just like I talked about a second ago with the one pager, it also helps with sales and marketing, because if you can show a new prospective client on the sales call, hey, as soon as you pay me money, this is what's going to happen. This, and then this, and then this, right? When you can show that, that means that, for example, for us, as soon as we close a client, even before our client success team has had their onboarding call, which we try to do within 24 hours, the client can start getting the things done that needs to get done so they're prepared for that onboarding call. I can't tell you how many service providers that I personally worked with, whether it's agencies, content companies, whatever else it is, where I close the deal and it's been all great and fantastic up to the point that I pay them the money, and then I pay them the money and they're just like sending me text messages like, yeah, can you send me this doc and grant me access here when you get a chance? And then like it's been 7 days and nothing's happened yet, and like, oh yeah, book a call on my calendar, and it's all very haphazard. And I'm like, okay, well, it would have been great if we had done this all from day one. And also that time to return on investment, that time to ROI is really critical. And that whether you're helping somebody get in shape or you're helping them make money, there's still, everyone thinks in ROIs, return on investments. And so you should have a roadmap of the first 1 day, 7 days, 14 days, 30 days, 60 days, 90 days, whatever makes the most sense for you. And so we use a software called Lucidchart. Many of you guys have seen me cover them in some of my other videos here. And so essentially what we do is we say, okay, for example here, this is when you become a client. So this is what you should do first. This is what you should do second. This is what you should do third. And just by saying, so let's say you need to book your onboarding call. You need to accept your Slack invites, okay? And so all these are super simple, but it's funny because a lot of people miss them. And it's funny because you think when someone pays you money that you're their main focus and they're ready to work with you. But we all understand that everybody else has their own lives. They have a million other things that they're working on right now. And so it's very easy for someone to get kind of lost in the fray, and they forget they pay you money, and then they got to do 3 other things the next day, and then they forget what the next step is. And so you want to create something as simple as just a roadmap that shows somebody step 1, step 2, step 3. Another really great part of it is if you put timelines on it. So you could literally say, okay, by the end of the first day, so 0 to 1 day, you should have already booked your onboarding call, accepted your Slack invites, and sent us a message or watched the welcome video or something like that. And so just by giving that timeline there, now we're starting to be able to mold the client journey so they can see success in the quickest time frame possible. Now, why should you even care if someone sees success in the quickest time frame possible? Because that fast return on investment is going to allow you to get case studies, testimonials, get referrals, but I think even more importantly, as you start to get a little bit more advanced, it allows them to pay you more money. So I'm not going to talk about who, but there's a pretty famous person that we all know, and he has an offer, and they charge $16,000 for 16 weeks of work. And so they would charge $1,000 up front, then they would wait 14 days, and then they would charge $1,000 a week for the next few weeks after that. And so that 14-day gap from when they first paid to when they made that next payment, their average client saw a full return on investment of the full 16,000 in those days there. And so that 14 days essentially allows you to have your clients, you're making your clients the money they need to pay you back. Okay, so how powerful is that? If you could legitimately, let's say you wanted to charge something for $20,000, you only need your clients to pay you $2,000, and then you make them the additional $18,000 before the next payment is due. Okay, now these are some extreme examples. You might not be doing that, and you might not even be in a money-making offer. But the idea behind it is that the faster you can get your clients a return on investment, the faster they can then spend more money with you. So there's a selfish incentive in here for you, because then you can start to have 20%, 30%, 40% of your sales be what's known as back-end sales. And a lot of of people, like I said in the beginning of this video, focus on front end sales, client acquisition, client. I want more leads, calls, and sales, high ticket clients every single month. But the problem with that is there's a lot of work. You got to warm them up, et cetera, et cetera. Where if you actually get your current clients results, then those people can ascend. And so for us, it's about 30% of our cash every single month comes from back end sales. And these are way more profitable than the front end because I don't have to pay the sales commissions. I don't have to pay the appointment setter commissions. I don't have to pay the costs for ads. I don't have to, there's less work going to be involved because they already know how to do a lot of stuff. And so you really want to set yourself up for success by using something like a roadmap. The other thing that we use in a roadmap, which is really cool when we're building with our clients, is we color code it. And so we say, hey, anything that is colored in right here, this is stuff that you do. And then anything that's empty this is stuff that we do. And so we'll say, okay, so you need to, for example, book your onboarding call. You need to accept the Slack invite, but we're going to, I don't know, write your one pager for you. Okay. So we're going to do that for you. And so now we're starting to get even clearer with what they're doing and what we're doing, which is another big question people have in the sales calls. What should I be doing? What are they doing? Like what's the understanding? And so now there's no guesswork of it whatsoever. And this also helps with the client success process because your sales team can't overpromise and sales go, oh, we'll take care of that, no problem at all. Yeah, no, we'll do all of that for you. And they get on the inside, and that's not the case at all. And that's why showing them this on the sales call is also super helpful, right? So you can legitimately show them a full roadmap of the first 1 day, 7 days, 14 days, 30 days of everything that they're going to need in order to work with you. And you can break this down in multiple different ways. And the final caveat I'll show you, or the final piece I'll show you about the roadmap is it shouldn't be too strict in the sense that, you know, as much as you want to keep people on this one pager, which by the way, if you have a one pager, it makes it easier to make a roadmap. If everybody's coming in 10 different starting locations, 10 different starting avatars, it's almost impossible to do that. But if you are able to have them at least somewhat narrow, well, then you probably just have a few varying degrees. And so let's say, for example, one of my first things was that you'll create a one pager, which isn't for ours, but just to give you an idea, like, hey, we'll help you create a one pager. Well, what if I was closing clients, they were coming in and they didn't have a client success issue. They had more of a sales issue. So the first thing I say is client success, and you have to do that. Well, then we're focused on the wrong thing, and then we're going to have a longer time to return on investment. And so that's why you don't be too hard and fast with like, oh, you have to do these steps first, because then people will start to feel like a conveyor belt. But an overall guideline will be really critical to being able to scale and manage more clients with less work.
If you want my help installing any of these systems in your business done for you, be sure to book a call with my team down below.